Yolanda and Cornelius Show, a Christian perspective on hot topics surrounding our community, with emphasis on personal and leadership development. This show is inspiring, informative, and entertaining. You never want to miss it. Now let's see what everyone is yakking about. The Yolanda and Cornelius Show. You may contact us through our website, www.trifoldoutreach.com, or by phone, 800-664-1793.
Welcome to the Yolanda and Cornelius Show. This is our Sunday night simmer down with, what is it, Eboné?
It's the essence of things with Eboné.
The essence of things with Eboné. You know, she's my 24-year-old who's driving me totally insane because of some of the decisions she makes we cannot agree upon. So you know it is what it is. So, Eboné, what makes this show so spectacular? What's the essence all about? What's it going to be about?
The essence of things is just living through my life and just being able to open up and chit-chat the fact about what's going on out here in this world and having a millennial perspective of things.
The millennial perspective. You are actually at the end of the millennial, though.
Probably so.
No, you are, right? Like, you at the end of it. Because you was born in what year?
95.
So you at the end of the millennial. So you're really not a millennial to me. Because the millennial starts in 80, 81.
Really considered millennials, though?
Who? They are considered millennials. The last time I checked, they were millennials, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I kind of feel like I'm more like in the middle.
The middle of what?
Like maybe the end. But I don't think, what is the oldest age of a millennial? 30, 32?
No. If a millennial was born in 80, 81, a millennial's almost like 30, like 40 years old, 39.
That's a millennial?
When was millennial born? Look it up on your phone.
I'm trying to figure out.
Look it up when you.
I'm like, are you sure?
Look it up. Yeah. I'm positive. When we talk about millennials and what millennials are. And
okay. Oh. Well, according to this, I'm not one.
Huh?
According to this site, I'm not one.
What's that? A millennial?
Gen Y, or millennials were born between 1980 and
1980 and what?
1994.
Right.
They are currently between 25 and 39 years old, which means Destiny's a millennial, but I am not. But I'm going to still place myself in the category because I'm going to say that I am.
Why do you place yourself in the category that you're not in? You're not a millennial. So stop running around talking about I'm a millennial. I mean, I'm darn near.
In 1995, I'm right there with them, like right on their back.
I got it. So let's talk about this thing tonight.
This one says 23 to 38. So
the essence with Eboné. Let's talk about the essence with Eboné. As a millennial, as a person that seemingly is not really concerned about politics and what's going on in the world.
Should be.
Why has the millennial group that you hang around with, not all of them, why have y'all not taken an interest into politics?
I'm not going to characterize everybody in that category.
Okay.
But
I said the groups that you hang around with. Do you and your girlfriends, when y'all go out?
We discuss politics. We vote. We're very much aware of what's going on in the community. Now, me, I think where I kind of get distant at and far removed is probably local politics.
But that affects you greatly.
That does affect me greatly.
You should be concerned about the local before you get on the national scene, because it's the local politics and politicians that really, drive your course.
You're right, but that's something that I struggle with. That's a personal thing of mine that I need to more so get involved in, getting to know the community of Nashville, getting to know who are the city councilmen, and getting involved in what the mayor is doing, and other than just the senator, the governor, the House, in the present president. Joe.
Right. So you're trying to get involved with those individuals and make sure these individuals represent your ideas and your customs.
Yeah, and actually
your
like
norms.
Be aware and go, involved in the voting.
Right.
In Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that I'm here, I used to be in college and they used to come to the campuses and they used to try to get us to vote and tell us we can get temporary ballots, for those of us who didn't live here.
Right.
And even the last time when I went to go vote for the presidential candidacy, I got a temporary ballot, but now I want to become more involved so that I can vote locally and so that I do know where to go and vote and, yeah.
Okay, now, politics. You recently stated you were for Bernie or Biden.
I said Biden. I said that's Uncle Joe.
Okay, you still riding the bandwagon.
He came back strong. I mean, y'all old. I still say what I said. They still old.
Huh?
They still old to me. I do feel like it should be younger candidates. Period. Now I gotta watch what I say.
You gotta go. Yeah, there needs to be younger candidates. After Obama, we really felt like the Democratic Party was going to become more brown,
diverse. Yeah, just let's be real.
Young, and we have not gotten that from the Democratic Party.
No, we're not.
Huh?
No, we haven't. It's a heavy concern of mine that. Honestly, presidents are in office for what? A term of 4 years?
4 years.
Say one of these presidents, are pleased with what they're doing, and they can serve a term of another 4 years. Well, what are they going to be? 80?
Right. So if Biden was to win, he would be 80 years. Oh, how old was Reagan when he got elected?
Well, let's look it up.
Yeah, how old was Reagan when he got elected?
Because...
we find out how old Reagan was, and that's one of the things that we can look at. Ronald Reagan was well into his senior years when he was elected. But we talking about if Joe Biden, how old is Joe Biden? 70 what? 5, 4? If he was to win.
When Reagan was elected.
Yeah, when he was elected.
He was 69 years old.
Okay, well, still.
Bush was 64.
Okay.
Clinton was 46.
Right. Obama was in his 40s.
He was.
But now you're talking about Joe Biden. You talking about a man who's 70-something years old who could possibly, I know he can run politics because he's been a career politician.
Yes.
But it's more than just politics. And he understands world affairs and world events. He sit in those seats. He sit in the Senate. But I'm talking about you as a millennial, you understanding where you are in your millennial, whatever, ideology.
Let's just stop here. For goodness sakes, in 4 years, the man will be 81.
Biden?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Listen.
Listen what?
He's already what? He'll be 83. 82. Trump is 73 years old. That's not true.
Why would that lie? Google's not telling you to lie.
What 73-year-old acts like that?
Your president.
You have to be kidding me.
You didn't know he was that old?
No.
You serious?
Far removed.
See?
As far as his age. Now, I knew a lot of other things about him, but that's one thing I did not know that man was that old.
5 facts that you know about Donald Trump. List them. Tell me 5 facts you know about Donald Trump. What's fact number 1?
He has a wife named Melania.
He has a wife named Melania.
His ex-wife is Ivanka Trump.
Ivanka's his daughter.
No, what's her name? What is the wife's name? The ex-wife's name?
You need to look it up.
Okay, Trump Towers.
He owns Trump Towers.
That's in Chicago, right?
Okay, Ebony, she's really bad with her facts. Trump Towers is in where? New York?
Okay. Whatever.
No, you need to know this about your president. 5 facts.
He has a hotel in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. He has one in D.C. too.
And he was hosting the Miss America for the longest.
Right. So those are your facts about Donald Trump.
Hold on, what's something? I mean, because he's not. Okay, let's be real. He has not been in politics, so everything I'm about to say about him,
it's not political.
It's not political.
It's business. He's a businessman. So don't you?
I'm trying to think of something.
Do you
else.
feel that he's running the country like a business?
Yes, it's not political to him. It's like a business strategy. Like I feel like I'm on the what's that show called where the people go and try to get the people to convince them about their businesses. Is it Shark?
I don't know. Maybe
Shark Tank.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's how I feel that he's running this country like we're on Shark Tank.
Like he's on Shark Tank.
And every day is a deal.
Right.
That you have to make with him.
Okay.
Because that's just how he runs his life. So this whole time, honestly, I'm not saying that the United States is a joke, but I felt like the whole time during his presidential run, tenure, I feel like it's been kind of a joke. Because that's how he runs it. This is I say to this day, I feel like if you do not have any type of political experience, meaning you have never been a councilman, a mayor, a judge,
right. Alderman,
or senator,
just anything political.
You have absolutely no business running
for the president.
And I hate the requirements that you have. What you got to be a U.S. citizen? What else it is?
Yeah.
You have to be at least 40.
It don't matter now.
I mean,
you need to be a U.S. citizen. You need to go back and go to social studies class. You missed all of this in social studies.
Well, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever. Was the governor of California. Like, what? Y'all gonna let an actor be I mean, come on now.
What say ye? I'm just saying, that's what we are, though. Now, you know this about your press. So do you want Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden? You're promoting Biden.
Not what I want. We don't have a choice.
No, we have choices.
I'm talking about as far as
You're promoting Biden, though. Biden has become your front runner. You liking Biden. You liking Uncle Joe because basically he's Barack's buddy. He gets to the cookout of Barack. Even
though Barack hasn't exactly endorsed anyone yet.
No, why should he? Why should he? Who would you endorse? Honestly, who would you endorse?
In the immature answer, I would probably endorse the person who ran right beside me.
You would?
I would probably, because I thought that was his right-hand man. I would probably endorse the person who was my vice president. But considerably, he probably will endorse whoever is the Democratic choice.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's chosen to be the Democratic candidate, the official Democratic candidate, that's what he's probably going to endorse.
Of course. I believe that.
But sometimes you see presidents speaking up ahead of time.
Such as? Give me an instance, illustration that you can recall.
On who they want to endorse.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to the candidates.
Such as?
I just told you.
Who? Who did you just tell me?
I'm saying that sometimes when it gets this close in the ball game, some presidents already know who they want to endorse. But Obama is kind of just chilling right now, which has me thinking
what is it?
He
ain't feeling
either one of them.
But now that you know that Bernie's 80 almost, and Joe Biden is almost 80.
We're just going to both say that they're both 80.
Okay. They're pushing their 4 score. If they was in the Baptist church, they 4 score. So, we're dealing with 2 men that are seasoned, who know politics, who know policy, who've been in the trenches.
Who know education.
Who value all of the things that you value, probably to the, umpteenth degree. But now that you see where we are in the Democratic Party, as we say, what say ye now?
Concerned on both ends, to be honest.
You talking low.
Concerned on both ends, to be honest.
What's your concern?
I'm really trying to push past the age thing.
Why?
I mean, just the toll that being in office can take on one. And I keep telling you about Bernie Sanders and his health.
What's wrong with Bernie?
What's not wrong with Bernie? What hasn't been wrong with Bernie?
He's old, though.
I mean, and the man nearly has dementia. I'm really...
I don't think so. I think Biden is... Mine is... What episode or where have you seen Bernie
when
slipping?
Bernie told you that he was running for senator.
Okay.
Okay.
Bernie has had an episode
Okay. Or two. Then it's going to turn to 3 or 4.
Okay.
We don't need you saying that if you win president.
Okay.
We don't need you saying that. We need you to know what you're running for.
Okay.
We need you to be in your right mind and be aware and have a clear conscience of what's going on. You have all these health risks since the last time you've run. We've heard stuff about Bernie going to the hospital. Bernie had a heart attack. Bernie has this going on. Bernie has that going on. There's a lot of stresses that happen when you're in the White House. How are you going to be able to cope?
Okay. Well, you have people, you have aides, and you have your cabinet. You don't think... So, okay...
There's still stress on the president. What president have you known?
Listen, if Biden gets in, he will inherit the same stress.
He sure is. And you see, Obama was 40-something and came out looking almost 60 in his hair and grazing hair. So what they going to be looking like? Rolled out in the wheelchair at the end?
I mean, hey, whatever it takes. I mean, but you are promoting a candidate. Either or. You ran Uncle Joe the last podcast. You're still running Uncle Joe. We good. I'm with you running Uncle Joe. But now, I just want you to see, and I'm not trying to change your political persuasion, because I really do think that you have your own conviction. But just help me understand now that you realize that the candidates of the Democratic Party have become seasoned men. Where do you stand as a millennial?
That's because of millennials. We failed.
You feel where?
We failed. When they had... Correct me, because I didn't really follow her that well. The lady that dropped out of the candidacy recently.
Kamala?
No, she was older. Just recently dropped out.
Nancy Pelosi?
Yes.
I'm not Nancy. The other, yeah.
People were really... Women, millennial women, were really upset about that decision. Because they had hoped that there was going to be some diversity. And since Hillary ran, she was the closest towards the end when it came to women. Like, oh my God, we could really have a female president. But let's be real, people were giving her a run for her money. America has never had a female president. It definitely will be a change. It already shook the world when you had an African-American president. And it's like, okay, now y'all trying to get a female in office. Y'all pushing it. But I feel like if you have great candidates, why not? At this point, why not? The lady dropped out of the candidacy, and all I saw on Instagram and Facebook was y'all failed her. Y'all failed her. Y'all failed her. Y'all failed her. Now see what y'all done? She was a great candidate. And they all was old. She was old, too.
Right.
But honestly, I would rather her go toe-to-toe with Biden than Bernie and Biden.
Why?
Like I said what I said as far as my concerns.
But you keep saying that.
Now, like I did say the one thing I do ride for with Bernie is his political views, especially with student loans.
What about them?
He's been preaching on them for the longest that he's going to get rid of them. Now, I don't know how he's going to do it, but...
Can the corona not get rid of them? Getting rid of everything, yeah.
He's been saying that he was still trying to come up with a way to get rid of them when he wasn't a presidential candidate. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's going to do that or implement that.
Do you think he's going to win, honestly?
At this point, he has a good chance. I mean, look, you didn't win the first time and you came back and you still towards the end. You have a good chance. It's fair fight. So, do I think this late in the game he's gonna make it easy for Joe? No. I think he has heart. He has passion. He's hungry for it.
Jesse Jackson endorsed him, right?
Yes.
Okay, moving right along. What's up with the cereal? Is that healthy? Because we know that you love this journey.
It's
working
Cheerios
out.
with almond milk.
Okay. That's what's up.
What's our next topic?
Your health. Let's talk about health. We talked
Health
about
is wealth.
Politics. Let's talk about health. Let's talk. What made you decide to become health conscious like you are?
Well, honestly, what made me decide to become so health conscious and have an awareness of what I'm intaking into my body was me just really over time noticing that I was starting to gain weight. People were telling me that I was gaining weight. My mama specifically, I hope she's listening.
We gotta tell her to listen.
Telling
we gotta
me,
direct her to
you're
the podcast.
pushing it. You're pushing it. When she come pick me up from school, you pushing it. Whoo! She said it freshman year. You didn't gain the freshman 15. You gained the freshman 20. I said, who tell somebody that? Got to sophomore year, it was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. I know I'm gaining a little weight, but it's not nothing much. Y'all, I do blame Cornelius because when I met him, all he did was feed me. I probably wouldn't have gained as much not being around him. But that's neither here nor there.
But you've always, when you met me, I had bought into the idea of,
Eat them up.
But I also am a person who loves to exercise.
Yes. But what made me really become aware was last year, I really had noticed okay, you really have gained weight. And I realized that my height and my weight were so far removed, they weren't lining up, and I was kind of overweight. I don't want to use the word obese, because in my mind, I don't feel like I was obese, but I was definitely overweight, and I don't think it was healthy for self. And I can tell by the way I was feeling that what I was putting into my body was
not the best
choices. So then I had friends who were really health nuts. They was becoming pescatarians. They were joining these different gyms. And of course, you're very observant. But it wasn't until April last year, my friend, her gym had this challenge at their gym. And she kept trying to push me to join it. And literally, I did not join the gym, the challenge, till the night before it started. I paid my money, showed up like a deer in headlights the next day, and did not know what I was getting myself into. But here we are a year later, and I'm still going to the gym. And if you're listening, it's Made Fitness, best gym in Nashville. You should really try it out. Great trainers. I really, really love them. So yeah, it's a really great fitness program. But also after that,
slow down. Where's the gym?
It's off Donaldson Pike. It's called Made Fitness.
All right. So give a shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to my Made Fitness fam. And we have a diverse group of individuals. But I really will say and advocate that you really have to watch what you're putting into your bodies. Not saying that we can't have those good foods, but I do believe now that you are what you eat.
You do?
Yes, you very much are what you eat. And all that salt, we don't need all of that, people. We just don't. You have anything else to say about your health?
Of course. I'm just listening.
Cornelius goes to the gym every morning, y'all. It's about to get warm. Y'all gonna see him walk half of Nashville. So
what's wrong with that?
I can tell you one thing. That is one person I can't keep up with. Cornelius will walk you all the way down.
But that's good too. It's part of my woosah. I walk. That's part of my meditative practices. So I'm meditating. I'm strategically thinking. I'm preparing sermons. I'm debriefing from meetings. I'm preparing for meetings. I'm preparing to get these things out, to get this done. So I can do that walking. I can't do that running. Now I feel better when I run, but I just can't think when I run because I'm thinking about breathing and getting
you be
tired.
walking with a purpose. You be leaving folks.
Right. I mean, no,
can't leave people on Bell Road.
But you can keep up now.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, you keep up now. You do well. So talk to me. You're physically fit. You understand politics. Let's move to relationships.
What about relationships?
What about them? What makes dating such a challenge in this era? Especially when a lot of people sexual preferences are getting very skewed.
Let's change the topic on dating right now because we talk about that every week.
No,
listen.
talk about that.
Let's talk about a specific because this is the essence of things. I want to get into the essence of a particular situation that is high, that is bringing a lot of attention right now. That is with Dwayne Wade.
All right, okay.
And they have already rather, what do you say? Acknowledge his daughter as Zaya, but that is his son. And you know, it is all over Instagram that he has advocated for his daughter. I have to keep referring to that. It's his son because y'all know him to all have sons other than the youngest baby that he has with Gabby that is a daughter. But now he has 2 daughters. His middle child is now his daughter. And he said on Instagram like a couple weeks ago that he was advocating for his child to get a sex change. And this is what his child wants. This is what his child wants, to be transgender.
So what about it? Where do you stand with that? I mean, everybody can weigh in on their opinion.
Where I stand with that is this. I'm not one to judge. I understand that you identify as what you identify as, but Zaya is really young. She's only like 12.
What's his name?
I don't know. Let's look that up. Because I can't remember because it's...
Okay, but the young man is now a female.
Yeah, well, not exactly.
What? I'm still confused. What is it?
Zaire is his name. That's the oldest, I think. Zaire is the oldest. Maybe Xavier is the youngest. Now known as Zaya. Correct me if I'm wrong. What are you trying to figure out?
He's transgender?
Wants to be.
Meaning
I'm going to show you on Instagram what he's looking like now.
Help me with that.
Right now, he still looks like you can still tell he's a boy.
Yeah.
That dresses feminine.
Okay.
They recently just had a going out with Gabby himself and his son, where they matched.
Okay.
They had on suits, and they was like, Dwayne Wade stated, let me find the post so I can read it. Because this is, I don't know if I'm spelling his name right. Okay, here we go.
Okay, but where are you with with the decision? Are you comfortable, uncomfortable, still trying to develop some type of
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent.
Okay,
I'm indifferent, and I'm not going to say I'm uncomfortable because even when we're looking from the approach of knowing that I'm going to school to be a school counselor, I have to be open.
Yes, you do.
I have to be open-minded. So I don't press judgment. I'm not judgmental at all. But I do believe that a child should be a child. And with age, in time, you can make those changes.
But not as a
12-year-old. And I do remember, when Dwayne Wade is very open about it right now. He is very open with advocating for his child to be who she is now. But then you have celebrities like Boosie, like, oh, nah, I ain't messing with that. Very open about it on Instagram, like, you got to be kidding me. That's a boy. He needs to keep his boy parts.
Right.
We're not out here advertising little boys as little girls. And, people like Boosie, they ain't holding back. They ain't got no filter.
No.
They don't. And look, as you seen, little Boosie's son got on Instagram and said, "My daddy said what he said."
Right.
And if y'all got a problem with it, because these kids are around the same age.
Right. I just feel personally, I was raised by a different parent. Both of us were, and a lot of options I didn't get as a child, which I'm grateful I didn't get those options because I don't know what real talk. I don't know what like what that feels like to be walking through that conflict. But I do think, as a professional in the pastoral care department, that I think what's his name? Zaya. I think he needs to go through lots of therapy to help him, see the other side of his masculinity and how creative and how wonderful and how fearfully and wonderful made he is. So that's where I am with that. I mean, I'm conservative. I don't play around with people's sex. I just don't do that.
I mean, this post, he said, everyone allow her to reintroduce herself. Her name is Zaya Wade. Last night was Zaya's first red carpet, and we couldn't have been prouder of how she handled the questions that were asked of her. She has emerged as one of the young faces and voices for the LGBTQ community.
AI. I think you got to put all of it in there.
What is A and I? They added something?
Asexual and something. I don't know. It's something. It's
Truth Awards. And so this is him as a daddy saying, hey, I've accepted it. It is what it is. I don't care if you accept it or not. I've accepted it. But I also think of other males that he hangs with that has great influences in his life. And I think of like LeBron James. He has all boys and a little girl.
Right.
And they're close. They're like family.
They are.
And they'll get on Instagram and say, well, I'm so proud of you and this and that. But LeBron, how do you really feel when you close your door and you behind your house walls and you sit in your room with your wife, when you and Savannah sitting here talking? How do you really feel about that issue if your middle child was to do that?
Well, you can't answer for him.
And I can't. And I almost want to say, well, I know Dwayne Wade has full custody of his kids.
That's a wonderful thing.
And that's a wonderful thing. But it almost made me wonder whether the mother was involved, if they had a close relationship with mom, would things have been different? Maybe not.
Right.
Maybe this is who the child is.
Gotcha. I like what you're talking. I really do.
But it questioned me to say, should we be more open-minded and start putting these things on the table? If this is what our children are going to school and this is what they're seeing.
They are seeing.
And everybody know the LGBTQ, whatever you say, A and I community is growing large and they're only getting bigger. And don't come for them because they come and attack strong. So how do we implement?
Are you advocating for his?
I'm saying that we all have to be equipped regardless. You're going to look up in 10 years and, hey, you don't know who you standing to. That's the same little boy you taught. And he come say, hey, Mr. Hill.
And I'm going to probably trip. Like, what?
And you think you don't know who you're talking to because Timothy is now Tammy.
Right.
And looks very much like a Tammy.
Right.
And he going to sit there and tell you, Mr. Hill, I'm Timothy. Remember me? 6th grade?
Yeah.
And you trying to picture it, but you can't. You have to prepare yourself how to react to that.
Yeah, you're Timothy.
No.
That's what I remember you as, though.
But yes. But when they identify as who they are, it's expected of us to accept them for who they are now.
Okay. I got you. It's deep. I mean, I think ethically, we are running into foul play. Personally,
go to the YouTube.
Listen. I said ethically.
Yeah.
I think we're running into foul play. Period.
Yeah.
Let me do this and not knocking Dwayne Wade and what he's doing. That's his business, his son's business. But to me, to give the basketball analogy, that's like saying, Dwayne Wade, you know where your goal is, but you're gonna shoot in the wrong goal every time. Mm-hmm. That's unethical to me.
Yeah.
Unethical. At the halftime we changed sides. But right now, I'm just like, I'm praying for the young man because when he gets 18, he might want to not be this. Then what? Or when he gets 24, then what? I mean, or when he maybe 14.
Well, the sex change will already been done by then.
He's not getting that done, is he?
They already talked about it. You've already come about it and talked about it.
Not ready.
What are your opinions on the bathrooms that are, what do they call them, gender?
Yeah. You just call it co-ed bathroom.
So that's
unisex.
Yeah, unisex. We were talking about that in class. Also, somebody else made a video. This one guy was watching a podcast. Actually, he was discussing how uncomfortable he was because he said he's not homophobic, but he does not feel comfortable in a co-ed bathroom. Because he has a YouTube channel, he had the honor of going there to the headquarters of YouTube, and every single bathroom was co-ed. I mean, how would you feel? You're going in the bathroom, you're washing your hands, and a mother and her daughter comes to the bathroom, and they go use the bathroom, and you use the bathroom right next to them. I mean, come on. Now, they say the bathrooms go all the way down so you can't see anybody's feet, but just knowing that you have...
I don't even like the way you talking to me, real talk. Like, I can't do that.
But that's real. That was his experience. He was talking about how uncomfortable he felt, and he was saying, as a black man, that was one thing that's already against him. For one, he's a man. For two, he's black. And he was saying that this Caucasian little girl came in the bathroom, and she used the bathroom right next to him. He didn't like that because the little girl could have said anything, knowing he didn't do anything.
Because she could have said anything. Word. Well, this is Essence with Eboné. Let's shift
Corona.
to you being AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha.
What about it?
I mean, no line. Like, I know you can't talk.
Long letter 20.
Like, what's going on? Like, that's part of what it is to be in college, to be there. What y'all gonna play is digitally?
I will say...
How do you do that?
I'm far removed from what's going on right now on campus, so I will say that not Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is not the only one who has to take a shift right now. I feel for the whole Divine Nine, who are put on a halt with their initiation processes. Because what do? They're even considering, even like graduations, talking about not having spring commencement. So you know if they'll put a halt on spring commencement, they'll put a halt on.
Listen, I'm walking if I'm the only one out there. If I gotta walk,
you gonna walk by yourself.
Listen, if I gotta walk across the football field, somebody gonna take my picture. I need my mama them in there talking. Yeah, somebody call my name. But that's crazy though.
Kids feel robbed. They've already discussed putting the first summer sessions online.
But we get that. Strategically, we see that the way the
if you can have, I mean,
if what?
If you can do, you need to let these kids graduate.
I'm with
You need
that
to let
too.
them have that experience. It's gonna be
I'm
the
with
heat.
that too.
By the time the heat come, it's all gonna be blown away. That's what we need. A hot commencement. Let these kids graduate. It's personally how I feel. I feel like you're robbing students of that moment they've worked so hard for. What are you going to do? Okay, say, all right, Mr. Jones, we're going to mail you your certificate, your diploma. Your grades are going to be posted next week, and what we're going to do is send your diploma in the mail.
You're right. I just feel like a lot is missing. You have robbed individuals, and I pray we get somewhere to a safe place where we can find ourselves back to normalcy. Even you working from home. Like, what does that look like? Like, what does that look like?
I'm working from home. I'm attending grad school from home.
That means I get 3 cooked meals, doesn't it? Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Well, that means it looks like my schedule's the same. I'm going to the gym, still grinding it out in the morning. But I'm coming home, and I'm literally working from home on my computer, which I've never done. It's going to feel weird for me not going into the office and plugging in and being in tune to what's going on in the healthcare field with my work peers. I mean, really, these people that I talk to every day that I look forward to, hi, now I'm at home in 4 walls, confined. Mm-hmm. And then after that, guess what, folks? An hour and a half or 2 later, right back confined in class, online, on Zoom, with my professors. I mean, I feel personally how it feels for me, it's like I'm going to go crazy.
You're going to go crazy.
That's how it feels. Even though I know I have things to do, I still have assignments that do. That doesn't stop. I still have papers that are due. I still have tests that are due that are going to now be put online. That doesn't stop, but it just feels like I don't feel so proactive being in the house.
Y'all pray for me. Because we're going to kill each other before it's over with.
You know what? He's never here anyway. Cornelius is traveling, doing radio shows. He won't even know I'm here.
But where you going to be doing your work from?
My room, kitchen.
You need to find
Probably
your workspace. You need to go to a library. You need to
you
check
forget
in.
what work I do. I can't take that into the open space.
Oh, that's right. Well, they got like cubbies and stuff.
They told us no. It's a no.
Okay, because in the event, people, that's records.
That's my job.
Well,
Go.
Well, hey, folks, you heard it first tonight on the Yak with Essence with Eboné. Thank you for tuning into the show. If you're ever in the Nashville area and you want something to eat on Sunday, go to Walker's Cafe and Grill, 109 UN Drive, Walker's Cafe and Grill. If you want a superb worship service on Sunday, 9:30 to 10:30, Sunday school, 11 o'clock, morning worship, Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church, 1506 22nd Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee, 37208. If you want accessories for your boo and your bae, your brother, your cousin, your friend, your mama, your uncle, whoever, go to foreverzion.com. That's foreverzion.com. Excuse me, if you ever want a night worship service on the second and fourth Sunday, Trifold Outreach, 49 Dry Creek Road. That's Trifold Outreach. Hey, you've heard it here, Essence with Eboné, and lock in to this podcast. We really appreciate it. You can find us on Apple, Deezer, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Podchaser, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. We on the Pandora app now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we stepping our game up. So y'all, hey, share the podcast with people. Download it, put it in your email, send it out, hit Twitter with it, Instagram, all the social media websites. We are here for you. Well, we heard it here tonight, Essence with Eboné. Y'all, deuces. Pray for her as she starts her this new adventure working from home. Got anything you want to tell her?
Peace, love, and apple juice.
Apple juice?
Yeah.
Apple juice.
We being healthy around here.
Apple juice.
Thank you for listening to The Yak, the Yolanda and Cornelius Show. Please check out our website at www.trifoldoutreach.com. Yolanda and Cornelius are gifted speakers, counselors, and life coaches, and would love to speak at one of your upcoming events. You may reach them by email at trifoldoutreach@yahoo.com or by phone 1-800-664-1793. Remember to do justice, to love kindness, and walk humbly with your God.